Recycling is a buzzword these days, which should make effort in recycle the reusable waste. However, the recycling industry in Hong Kong, especially plastic waste industry, is far from successful. There are a lot of difficulties faced by the industry.
That's true. The plastic waste recycling industry in Hong Kong is little known here. Most people will have the idea that the city's plastic waste is shipped to mainland China to recycling. Not many people are aware that we do have 286 plastic recycling plants and there is 28 eco-parks in Hong Kong. It's mainly recycling plastic. It is because only recycling plastic isn't a money-earning business. Neither do people know that working in these plastic recycling plants can be difficult and offensive.
Really?
Apart from the labeling of workers, the local plastic recycling industry faces many difficulties. Fortunately, plastic recycling can be a business opportunity as the recyclers can turn clear plastic bottles into plastic crystals, which are industrial material for making textile. Or they can turn bottles into plastic sheets, which can be used to produce rubbish bin and other containers.
The problem is there isn't enough plastic waste to keep their production lines and machine running.
In short, Hong Kong's recycling industry were not very flourishing, will always have their reasons. We are the future of Hong Kong. What can we do for it to improve Hong Kong's recycling industry?
I'm on the sheet. I can't work day and night.
I know.
Many people have misconceptions about workers in the plastic recycling industry. To investigate their problem, we are talking to workers at Eco Park, which hosts plastic recycling plants. The workers will share their work experience and working conditions to us. No. Can we have an interview? Thank you very much for talking to us. We can hardly find workers to talk to us. I know the interview needs to be short because you need to go back to duties very soon. And I want to ask that how much you can get working in a recycling plant?
7,000 to 8,000.
Sorry, I can't hear that. Can you speak louder?
7,000 to 8,000. We are all dissatisfied with the low wages. It's not enough to cover our cost of living, but we have no choice. We are old, lack academic qualification, so we don't have any chance to get a high salary jobs. As we worried about losing our job, we will not argue with our boss.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear about that. But at least our society will appreciate your contribution. You know, your work is indeed environmentally friendly and contribute to our society a lot.
Although our job is useful to society, people think our job is filthy and people cannot see the differences between collecting garbage and recycling. They regard us as scavengers or garbage collectors. But we cannot do anything about the people who are having misconceptions about us. Although there are some class to let people to know more about recycling, the information will not reflect our real situation.
Oh, I see. I hope the government can hear that only education can't really change people's mind. The government must put more money to the recycling industry. Well, the final questions I want to ask is, do you face any difficulties at work, or do you have any things to share with our audience?
Yes, nowadays citizens just dispose of rubbish into rubbish bins. Many rarely think about putting them into recycling bins. This is a challenging job for us to collect plastics for recycling everywhere. Also, I want to say that we don't have enough clean plastics for recycling. In recycling bins, there are many dirty plastic containers like greasy shampoo containers or water bottles mixed with tissues. That is difficult and time-consuming for us to collect the right materials for recycling.
Hey, our boss is coming. Let's get back to work. Sorry, we must go now.
Well, we can see how busy they are. We can see their poor working conditions.
Hey, you must go now. Go, 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 go.
Mr. Ryan, thank you for talking to us. We know that you are running a plastic recycling factory in the Eco Park in Tunmun. Why do you run this business?
When I was young, I found many plastic bottles lying on the ground, so I decided to help solve this problem. We try to recycle as many plastic bottles as possible and turn the recycled plastic into industrial materials or plastic sheets. I saw it was a good business opportunity when people started to be aware of the importance of recycling. However, after years of running the business, I found it's very difficult to run the business, let alone making a profit.
This is why you and other recyclers protest because of the difficult conditions.
Yes, we face lots of difficulties. The main problem is the financial problems. I need the big capital to operate the factories and to pay the workers. The machines for recycling plastics are very expensive and I need to employ many workers as recycling plastic includes a lot of labor work.
Are there other difficulties besides the high cost?
Of course, another problem we face is the lack of usable or cheap plastic for recycling. Don't you know that above 85% of the plastic that Hong Kong people throw up ends up in the landfills? The problem is that a lot of the unsorted plastic is either bundled for export to mainland China processing plants or the plastic waste collect needs further sorting. Tell you that I may pay $1,000 for 1 ton plastic waste, but it costs me $2,000 to do further separation. Isn't it ridiculous?
So the high separation cost makes it difficult to run the business.
Besides the extra separation cost, workers have to stay over for over 8 hours at the conveyor belts to separate different kinds of plastic containers. The work is tedious and dirty.
What are you asking for from the protest?
We absolutely think that the government is not doing enough for the local recycling industry. We want more support from the government by reducing the red tape over restructuring. The government can also make use of the plastic bag levy to subsidize the industry. More importantly, it is not just shouting slogans to encourage recycling. People should be educated about which type of plastic should go into recycling bins. Response!
Response! Response! In this context! In this context! Response! Response! In this context! In this context! Response! Response! Response!
There has
a protest about the need of government support to the recycling industry since yesterday.
We have just seen the plight of plastic recycling industry in Hong Kong. What do you think? It seems that it's a gloomy picture in the industry. I just can't imagine how the recyclers can run their businesses successfully without government support and how they can recruit people to work in this poor working and pay condition. People have negative labeling of the workers of the industry and think they are dirty. The recycling policy is such a disaster. The workers can't sacrifice their health to do the plastic waste recycling job. Of course not. The lack of genuine support from the government makes running the recycling business extremely difficult. Most recyclers cannot make money and they end up facing losses. How can this problem be solved so that plastic waste in Hong Kong won't just end up in the landfills but put to better use? Well, we must put this ridiculous scenario into spotlight and raise public awareness. There are some possible solutions like promoting the image of recycling industry and educating our citizens about what types of plastic should go into recycling bins. For example, people should be aroused for the types of plastic waste they can put into the recycling bins. This can save the cost of sorting and more importantly, contaminated waste must be not mixed with the reusable waste. Also, the government should give allowance to the recyclers in a bid to make up for their loss and allocate more resources to the whole industry. Financial support is not the main issue to sort out the difficulties forced by the recyclers, but removing this and introduce a better recycling policy is equally important to ensure the workers work in a safe and satisfactory environment.
A 片